We would like to begin this transmission this night of your time with the idea that has been titled, Dream a Little Dream. The idea now, of course, as we have discussed a few times, is that dreams can be many things. Sometimes they are simply the idea of your mind processing certain events of the day. But other times they are also memories, whether they be literal or symbolic memories, of experiences that you may be having on other levels of consciousness, even experiences you may be having in other realms, other dimensions, and other realities, but that then you cannot necessarily make sense of in your language, in your symbolism, beyond a certain point. So the physical mind, when you reconnect with your physical reality, when you wake up, so to speak, you will create for yourself some form of representation of an experience that you may not have been able to understand in physical reality, but you were capable of experiencing in non-physical reality or in other dimensions. But in wanting to remember that experience, in wanting to connect to that experience, you have to have at least some symbolic representation or interpretation of something for which you have no words, for which you have no way to frame in the actual reality in which you had the experience. But one of the things we wish to allow you to understand is that, very similar to the concept of manifestation that we have discussed with you, where everything is already here and now, it's not that you're attracting something from somewhere else, you're simply allowing yourself to change your frequency to match, to be resonant, in harmony with what is already here that was simply heretofore invisible to you. In a similar fashion, dreams are often simply the idea of playing out, stretching out in a physical space-time linear way, an experience that you actually have in a timeless state. So the idea is that you have the entire experience all at once, instantaneously, but then it reels itself out, spools itself out in your physical mind and takes whatever time it takes to create the symbology, to create the symbolic story that represents the experience that you had, but the experience itself may not have taken any time at all. So it is similar to the idea of a telepathic communication, where all the information is there instantly, but the idea of incorporating that information into your physical reality may require that you stretch it out into words, into pictures, into some form where it seems as if the information is coming one step at a time after the other, so that you can make linear sense of it and apply it in your physical reality, which after all is a space-time experience. But it's all there, right here, right now, all at once, the entire dream, and every dream you will ever have, every experience you will ever have, exists right now. You tap into them at whatever rate, at whatever pace, and whatever timing is appropriate for your process in terms of your growth and what you believe to be true for you. But all the dreams exist right now. And in addition to that, of course, your physical life, in a sense, as we have said many times, is a type of dream, at least from the perspective of the higher mind, and certainly from the perspective of the soul. You are the soul's dream right now. The soul, in a sense, goes to sleep by projecting itself into the idea of a physical experience and chooses to forget, in a sense, that it is an expanded soul in a timeless reality that knows everything it needs to know. And by going to sleep in that way, it dreams of itself being in this physical reality in a kind of a limited way, so that it can explore a certain idea free from any other idea intervening or interfering with that physical dream. So you yourselves, your life experiences, are the dreams your soul is having. And you are going through that reality, going through that experience to feed back to the soul when you wake up, so to speak, upon death, and thus then can allow yourself to know that this is a dream, and that you had this dream experience, and that whatever it is you did experience in this dream adds to your soul's understanding of itself by having been able to experience itself from a different point of view than it is capable of experiencing itself from in a timeless reality, or at least a reality with not the same kind of time experience that you have in the physical world. Now, you know, many of you, that you talked about the idea of experiencing what you call lucid dreams. And this is a very special kind of an experience. The idea of waking up in the dream and knowing that you are dreaming gives you unprecedented ability to, in a sense, control the dream, to determine what the dream experience shall be consciously while you are still in that dream state. Now, that lucid dream state takes place in what we have talked about called the template level reality. That borderline between the non-physical higher mind and the physical mind is the template level reality, where you, in a sense, plan out the idea of your day like a blueprint. Plan out many aspects of your life like a blueprint, like a chart. And when you dream, you can go back there and rearrange things. You can look at the agreements you have made to explore, the themes you have chosen to explore. You can rearrange how it is you go about exploring those things in the template level reality. And thus then, when you reconnect to physical reality, you can thus then experience the manifestation physically of the rearrangement you have made in the energetic, quasi-physical template level reality that determines all shapes and sizes of things, all physical experiences that you have. So lucid dreaming is, in a sense, allowing yourself to wake up closer to being the higher mind expression, closer to being in balance with the higher mind in that template level reality. Sound exciting? All right. So that's what this is all about. And even in these interactions that we are having with you right now, the idea is that we are giving off a frequency that is the frequency of the template level reality, so that you can begin to relax into that. Let it wash over you. Let it wash through you. Let it harmonize with your neurological net, so that when you go to sleep this night of your time, you will know that you've already been infused with the seed of that vibration of lucidity, that vibration of the template level reality, so you can connect more consciously with the higher mind and the physical mind in a balanced way. Know that you are being infused with that right now, so that you are awake in the dream we are having right now. For we are dreaming all of you, and you are dreaming all of us. And we are the dreams of all that is. And we dream all that is into existence, even as it dreams us into awareness. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up into yourselves more and more and more, every day in every way, by acting on your highest joy. And take advantage of all the permission slips that you create to become more lucid in any way, shape, or form that you possibly can. Do not be afraid. Be willing. Be willing to dive deep into the subconscious and unconscious minds, for those are actually higher levels than the conscious mind and contain all the answers to all the questions that you have. When you go into the subconscious, when you go into the unconscious, you are actually much closer to the template level reality, much closer to the higher mind, for that higher mind that creates the physical consciousness by, in a sense, coming down through the template level reality, coming down through the unconscious level reality, coming down through the subconscious level reality and into physical consciousness. So even though many of you may think that the subconscious and the unconscious are deep down beneath the conscious mind, in fact, the conscious physical mind is the lowest level of the three. So thus then, anytime you go into your subconscious mind of feelings, anytime you go into the unconscious mind of beliefs and definitions, you're actually going up the ladder, up the scale, up in vibration to the template level reality and linking very lucidly with the higher mind and forming that balance point. So do not be afraid to investigate those realms of consciousness within you, because they can only lead you to more of yourself. Do not fear the unknown. The unknown is where the rest of you resides. The only thing you will ever discover there is more of yourself. There is nothing to be afraid of.